When I first saw Love Park in Lima, it felt like walking into a poem. Broken tiles and wild colors wrapped around ocean views and declarations of love. I didn't know it at the time, but my turn to make something out of broken pieces was coming next. It's not about a photo or the perfect itinerary. It's about letting design, people, and culture crack you open and show you something you didn't know you needed. Travel isn't just about seeing new places, it's about letting those places change the way we see our home and ourselves. Going places to get inspired to make a mess, and coming home with a head full of wild ideas. Every trip sparks a project, and every project sparks a transformation. Part travel journal, part design diary, and part creative reckoning. I hit the road and bring back things you can actually make. This is Room to Roam. My journey starts in Lima, a city even larger than NYC. Touching down for the first time on a new continent after dark means the newness doesn't fully reveal itself until morning. I open my eyes to a new season, but not a new time zone, and begin to soak in all the unfamiliarity around me. Tiny, subtle differences remind me I'm somewhere entirely new. The hum of strangers talking on the street is in Spanish. The honks of the cars are quick beeps instead of a long, aggressive blast, and the pigeons are foraging for a different kind of cuisine. Trash and wrappers I don't recognize. Actually, looking closer at the street, I realize there's not much trash at all. It makes sense. We're staying in Miraflores, an upscale, tourist-friendly district perched on sweeping cliffs with awe-inspiring views of the Pacific Ocean. It's a sharp contrast from the areas we drove through to get here from the airport, and I make a quiet mental note. This polished, coastal version of Lima isn't the full story. I'm a visitor in an affluent bubble, and what I'm soaking in isn't everyone's everyday. That awareness feels important, to hold both beauty and reality in the same frame. With that sitting quietly in the back of my mind, we head out, walking through the soft greens of Miraflores. I'm thinking coffee and a slow start. He's thinking Love Park. He's been here before and knows what's waiting at the edge of the cliffs. I don't, not yet. But I follow his lead, coffee in hand, curiosity growing with each step towards the sea. Love Park is colorful and chaotic in the best way, covered in mosaics, Spanish and Quechuan poetry, and sharp little edges softened by a hazy ocean breeze. It's effortlessly romantic, dedicated to love, covered in flowers, and a perfect spot to soak in the sunset on a blanket overlooking the ocean. But as I took in the postcard perfect view, I was pulled to the pieces. Mosaics aren't made of matching parts. They're fragments of different places. Broken, scattered, not really meant to fit, but someone chooses to bring them together with a vision and make something out of them anyway. I started thinking about how we're all mosaics really. Each of us is made up of all the pieces we've picked up along the way. The good, the hard, the beautiful, the broken. Parts that were never meant to match, but somehow belong to us now. A glass gets dropped. A relationship falls apart. A part of you shifts or slips away before you're ready. It's easy to think broken means ruined. That once something cracks, it's no longer useful, no longer beautiful. But maybe broken just means there's room to reimagine. To hold the pieces in your hands and ask, what now? This table wasn't supposed to break, but now that it has, I get to choose what I do with it. I could throw it out, or I could turn it into something more. I finally decided I'm ready to address this head on, so I scraped off the busted tiles and started laying a new story. I added in some colorful broken pieces I've been saving, ones that didn't match anything else until now. There's something so healing about mosaics. Like, you're not pretending it was never broken. You're working with the cracks to make something new. There's another kind of broken, the one you choose. You pick up the tile, hold it in your hand, and break it on purpose, knowing it has to shatter to become something new. You end the relationship, embracing a breakup that hurts for the right reasons. That kind of breaking takes vision, and sometimes courage, because once you break it, there's no going back to what it was. I know this firsthand. Through demoing rooms for home reno projects, to taking a wrecking ball to my own life, moving across the country while getting divorced to live next to my best friend, only for that friendship to fall apart, and leaving a perfect $1 million+ home in the suburbs to live in a 200-year-old haunted house and renovate it with my own 2 hands. This kind of breaking isn't easy. It takes gut-wrenching bravery because you chose it. And sitting in the messy middle when it's been dismantled but the new isn't built yet can have you crying on the floor and second-guessing everything. But maybe that's the point, because some things have to be broken to be rearranged. This time, I'm not trying to fix what was. I'm making something new entirely. Once I got started with the mosaics, I couldn't stop. I made a couple of trays to display soaps and trinkets. Just a little reminder that love, like design, is all about how you put the pieces together. This mosaic idea didn't end in Peru. It followed me home. Over the next couple months, I hosted a mosaic workshop series.
Tile sometimes breaks how it wants to break.
A couple nights at my friend's refillery shop and one at Mystical Blossoms. Same materials, different rooms, different people.
The other important part of creativity is community, because everybody's unique. Everyone's bringing something different as we're all doing this together.
Most showed up not knowing exactly what to expect. Some came alone. Some hung back at first. But everyone started carefully, breaking tiles slowly, asking if they were doing it right. But once that first piece snapped, you could feel the room relax. People started talking without introductions, passing tile across tables, trading colors, filling in gaps for each other without asking. Hands got dusty, conversations got easier. What surprised me was how quickly strangers started working together. No pressure, no performance, just people side by side, focused on making something with their hands. Each workshop ended with a variety of completed pieces, but the real outcome was the same every time. Connection showed up naturally when no one was forcing it. Watching all those different pieces come together reminded me why Love Park stayed with me. There, I felt a deeper sense of community. Families gathered close, holding Grandma's hand as they walked through the park, couples wrapped in each other and tucked under trees, strangers sharing space like it was second nature. It felt easy, unforced, communal in a way we rarely allow ourselves to be back home. It made me realize how hungry we are for that kind of connection. As I've watched the pieces of these mosaics come together, I'm reminded how each fragment represents a story, a memory, a lesson. Just like these pieces, we as a culture have so much potential when we come together, embracing our diversity. We talk about melting pots, but maybe we've had it wrong. Melting down erases our differences, but mosaics celebrate them. Each culture, each story, each person brings a piece. And if we're willing to do the work, if we're willing to lay those pieces with care, with respect, with purpose, we can stitch together something whole, something lasting, something layered, something uniquely ours. Love Park reminded me that connection is made of tiny moments, mismatched edges, and the decision to sit side by side anyways. Love is choosing to embrace all the pieces. Community is made through sharing benches, shared feelings, and pieces of borrowed culture. That feeling followed me home. When I stood in front of a broken table, hands full of scattered tiles, I realized I wasn't repairing. I was reinventing. I was making a reflection of myself, of all the pieces I've carried, of all the ways I've broken and grown and chosen to keep going. Because mosaics aren't just made of tile. They hold stories, history, choices, and an intention to bring it all together. People who weren't meant to match, but chose to belong anyway. Together by design, a place for every piece.